welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your weekend reading for March the 2nd and 3rd, 2019. I got the date right. Okay, smells like the 70s. Losing my voice and all of that stuff. Wow, okay. Not too shabby. There's a strange kind of disconnected energy I've been getting for the last few days in the reading. It might be working its way up to the Pisces new moon, which of course coincides with Mercury retrograde. Two of Swords, and you can see here there is a new moon hanging in the background, and this person of course has a blindfold on. And the two swords going different ways across the heart chakra. Alongside it, another hanging moon card, the High Priestess in the reverse, which is of course a Pisces card. When it's in the reverse, there is a feeling of, I just think it's a slight feeling of unease that we can't escape. You know, that things are slightly out of our grasp, slightly out of logic, which of course they are, and they're heading kind of backwards in that department anyway, and a kind of a desire to hang on to what's known and feeling a little afraid to enter the fray of what is mysterious. I think the High Priestess is essentially our own mysteries, the mysteries of the universe, and the way that those two things, there's a kind of a bridge, isn't there? Well, the High Priestess is the bridge. You know, when people used to go to the Oracle at Delphi and speak to the High Priestess, she was the bridge between the unknown and the known. Of course, these days, I know we were talking about the cosmic phone box and about Dial an Oracle. I know, which of course, I suppose there are some other things that are like that. We don't really have that kind of thing, well, not in my town anyway. You know, I'm not going to the Oracle to go and speak to the hovering High Priestess who's going to interpret the vapours and speak in tongues for me. So sometimes this leaves us a bit adrift. The Two of Swords is a card of polarity, of being adrift, of not knowing. It's not even with the Two of Swords that you don't know which way to go. You know, it's not like two roads converged in a wood, Robert Frost style-y. The road not yet taken, or whatever it's called. It's more like you can't see any of the roads. Where we're going, Marty, we don't need roads. It's a bit more like that actually. Back to the future, okay? Mercury retrograde, back to the future. I want a clarifier. Back to the future. There's not much that can't be summed up with something from Back to the Future. What a film. What a gilet. Yeah. Yeah, that hasn't really clarified it, but it's kind of said. Oh, that does. It's kind of said so. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Hurrah. The card of rockets going down the toilet is what I call that. It's not so much that, it's just not the time when Mercury's retrograde. Obviously the usual, you know, suspects apply of not starting things, of not signing things, of not fiery, what am I trying to say? Not in a fiery way trying to get involved. Because it's not the time, it's a retro time. Now look what just popped up. That old devil just popped up. That's interesting. Now it does represent Capricorn, and we do have all the eclipses in Capricorn and Cancer this year. And there is a real juxtaposition between what is known and what is not known. And Capricorn is more about what is known. But also it's a devil card, and when the devil card comes up, I always get some kind of need for some sort of shadow work or something in the background. It feels like there's something in the background. Six of Swords in reverse, you know, Going to need a bigger boat. Not quite escapable. When you get the Two of Swords, it's probably not a good idea to try and get in the boat anyway. It's not about escapism. It's about staying put and processing it and feeling it and feeling and seeing where it's going. Okay. Then we have these 3 Pentacle cards. The 3 of Pentacles, the work in progress. That's what we all are, a work in progress. Some days are better than others, you know. Some days you get really far. Some days you feel like you slip backwards. This is a time of neither nout nor summit, as my mum would say. You're kind of getting far and slipping backwards to the point where we reach that thing that I talk about a lot with Mercury retrograde, where the 2 trains are in the station. Yours is going this way and one goes past you, and you feel like that they take you back. And it feels like you take them forward, and you end up in this stasis thing in the middle where everybody's wheels seem to be spinning but nobody's going anywhere. Yes. 8 of Pentacles in reverse, Sun in Virgo, the keep on keeping on, the work card, the ploughing on regardless. This is a year, particularly in career and money, but anything else actually, where ploughing on regardless is probably not going to serve you. And even if it is your modus operandi, you're not going to be able to do it. It's just going to evade you. You know, the High Priestess is quite mysterious. She is quite evasive, and she is ephemeral. And somewhere along the line, we're trying to marry this Capricorn energy of doing, making and being, and this Piscean energy of whatever that is, you know, that kind of gaseous Neptunian type truth telling. Then we have 2 other cards that are really very, very nice. We have the Star, which is always nice when you get the Devil, because the Star is a massively healing card. It's also a card of hope. It's also a card that you can be assured that you are manifesting something good. It's just, you know, when nothing is happening, everything is happening. That feeling of brightness and hope and wish upon a star and just slight magic, which is a nice antidote to that Devil card. And then in the middle of the reading, the 10 of Pentacles, a good solid tarot card, what I call my meat and potatoes card. If it's about relationships, it's real, it's happening, it's, you know, building, it's bricks and mortar, meat and gravy, or vegan surprise, or whatever it is for you, you know, the building blocks of an actual life. That's the Capricornian part, okay? Let's have some oracular assistance, I know, from the person whose name I can never, ever, ever remember. Colette Baron Reed. I've just seen it on another packet over there. Oh yes. A generous helping of fated side boob. There it is. Kind of reminds me of some really, really nice fairy lights. I love fairy lights. The Fates. The Fates is kind of the mixture between the two. The Fates, you know, when the 2 trains are at the station and the wheels are spinning but no one's going anywhere? That's where the Fates live, in those in-betweens. In between the lines. That's a nice card. Healing with the Angels card, we get harmony. And this is the harmony between these rather Capricorn cards, meat and potatoes, and these Piscean cards, vapors and dreaming. Meat and potatoes meets vapors and dreaming. That sounds like a really bad advert for gravy, doesn't it? It's all about the gravy. Life's rich gravy. Okay. I'm going to leave it there before I start talking about other things. Leave me a comment, do subscribe to the channel, check out the March readings, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.